This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today in the arena we are taking a look at Jeskai Fires for the Jeskai Color Challenge with God-Eternal Oketra in the mix. God-Eternal Oketra makes a 4/4 black zombie warrior creature token with vigilance whenever you cast a creature spell, and of course the God-Eternal kind of text, when it dies, you may, or gets exiled, you may put it into the owner's library third from the top, has double strike. So, why is this good in Fires? Well, if you look at it just with the other cards at the same mana cost on turn 5, God-Eternal Oketra can come down first, and then you can follow God-Eternal Oketra with Cavalier of Flame and put 1 and a red into it and give +1/+0 to God-Eternal Oketra and Cavalier of Flame. But wait, God-Eternal Oketra made a zombie when you played the Cavalier of Flame. How much damage is that? If we have a Fires of Invention on the battlefield, and then we go into turn 5 and play God-Eternal Oketra first, and make a zombie token when we play Cavalier of Flame, and pump both of them twice, we attack with 8 from the Cavalier of Flame, 5, so 10 from God-Eternal Oketra, and then the 4/4 gets buffed twice, so that's 6 more, so that's 26 damage. Cavalier of Flame and Cavalier of Gales, while being a pretty cool tag team that provides a little more consistency to the deck, only team up for usually around 15 damage. So I'm going with God-Eternal Oketra today. We also have Kenrith the Return King. That's a nice big swing for a ton of damage, as well as you get to use your mana for other fun abilities. So ways that give the God-Eternal Oketra and the zombie token haste are great. This also means it makes me play more creatures, because God-Eternal Oketra needs creatures to trigger God-Eternal Oketra. And what we can do is run spells that are also creatures in Brazen Borrower and Bone Crusher Giant. Jeskai Fires has 3 distinct variants. One is the Planeswalker build, one is the Fae of Wishes build, and one is the Cavalier Haste build. They are 3 very different decks with different mid-game goals. Yes, they all center around Fires on turn 4, but the rest of the package does need to change. So maybe we'll do videos talking about Fae of Wishes, Jeskai Fires, and how it's different. Maybe we'll do a video talking about Jeskai Fires, the Planeswalker Sarkhan edition, and how it's different. And if you want to tell me in comments which one you like the most, I'd appreciate it. It helps me understand you better. So, oh, and why you prefer one over the other really helps too. So yeah, these are 2-drops that are also our 3-drops, helping us have nice curves. Teferi Time Raveler helps us resolve things against counter-oriented decks, although sometimes this is just not enough. It also buys you time, and is just generally a great card for passing time in the game and bridging into your later cards because of that beautiful text of draw a card. And Clarion Sweeps board. We've seen Sphinx of Foresight in this list before. It's great with Fires of Invention when all you want to do is find your fires. And hopefully we'll get to God-Eternal Oketra Cavalier of Flame some people for 20. Let's dive in and let the nonsense begin. Does not have fires, does not have Sphinx, is on the draw. Everything's wrong with it. Mulligan. This is better. I think we have to get rid of a land, and I think it can be the Hallowed Fountain, because we're going to get red. No, we need the island to play this, so it's the Plains. It's the Plains. Hopefully we're up against a deck where Clarion's good. Roll Guildgate. Maybe? Let's have Brazen Borrower available. They might play something unclarionable and very bounceable. Or they might ramp. So maybe it's cats, maybe it's a brew. I take myself off just flashing in the borrower for beats, but I don't think that will be my play no matter what. Okay, you've got a food and a trail of crumbs. So we're up against Cat Oven, which is a decent matchup. Let's go ahead and use Petty Theft on the crumbs. The opponent can replay that. Little tempo. Let's go ahead and start filling the graveyard. Go get a red source here. Play Fires, play Brazen Borrower. Caw. Wow. Just straight up Assassin's Trophy that, huh? Alright. It's a lot of land, but it's not enough to pump Cavalier next turn. Slice and dice. Opponent has all the answers. They're a full-on Jund deck, that's for sure. Now, did I just see that I have no more basics? I don't. So this passage just needs to be tossed to Cavalier. So let's pay 2 life for this red source. Here's Cav. Goodbye hand. I don't know. I don't know. This game is looking scary. We don't have another creature. We don't have another threat to follow up with. We do have 3 lands in the graveyard, so the opponent at least takes a lightning bolt to the face if they kill this. But that's about the best we have going. There you go, more than a lightning bolt to the face. They actually take 5. And they can replay the crumbs, they can attack with the Massacre Girl. Ow. So I believe Teferi, see what we draw. I guess I'll scry first. No. It's just kind of a bad threat. We have to do better.
You show remorse. Don't worry, I got this.
Oh my lord. It's been a rough day. And this is just game 1. It's been a rough day in the office. Okay, that's not the scariest. That's annoying, but it's not the worst. Hello, Kenny. Just deciding if I want to just haste and face. The opponent can turn around and Murderous Rider attack our Teferi if we do that, which might not be a great thing. Conversely, we could Clarion. We could Clarion and Scry. The opponent, what's the opponent likely to do? They'll make a food here. If we're lucky, they'll hold on to Massacre Girl and sacrifice some Trail of Crumbs. They might also have Casualties of War, which they'll use on the castle and the Teferi, which will give us room for Kenrith. So I like this play. I like getting rid of the card on the board that would attack Teferi. And then I like scrying, possibly getting our opponent to play Casualties of War or dig with Trail of Crumbs, and then hitting them with Kenrith. Corvold. That's not good. It's a lot of cards they're going to get to draw and see. They find a second Trail of Crumbs with their first Trail of Crumbs, and they draw a card from the trigger. Alright, we must have an answer. I suppose another Teferi will have to do, and drawing another threat like Oketra seems good. It is just prolonging the issue. But the Oketra is very scary. They might not be willing to leave it on the battlefield, even to play a Corvold.
Let's try this.
If they have a second Corvold in hand, they might sacrifice this one to avoid giving me a card draw. Let's see. Nope.
I've done the hero thing before.
I'm pretty grateful for that. Here's Oketra. Here's a Scry. Yes. Yes. Yes, please. Lots of damage, please. All right. Very curious to see. Does the opponent kill this Oketra? If they don't, they're going to die, I think. I think. Especially if they dig with Trail of Crumbs here, they're going to die. Because if they could gain life with food, that might be a way to survive the massive hit they're about to take. Gilded Goose. If they have an untapped green. Ooh. All right, they've got blockers. And this says whenever you sacrifice, it gets another +1/+1. Okay, so Kenrith can give trample to our double striker, but it can't pump the double striker. I think we're going with you. I wish I had trample, but I think we've just got to go for power here. Decline, submit 0. Hope that Kenrith can finish the job next turn with trample. And here come the creatures. On the bright side, Corvold has to block, and there's only one sacrifice available, so Corvold will not survive this. One more pump. They're taking the double strike. Isn't that just lethal? Because of the Cavalier of Flame, 3 damage. I think it's exactly lethal. Math is for blockers. Don't forget to do it. Holy cow. Oketra, yes! Yes, Oketra. We have fires, it's a keep. We need some land. Hopefully Clarion is good in the matchup. Nope. Now we just want to make sure we get the lands and the payoffs. Temple. Clarion might be bad in the matchup. Okay. Plus it's the extra blue source, the third blue source to use castle. We're against Simic Flash, it's an unwinnable matchup. It's like one of the more lopsided matchups in the game. That makes me really happy. I'm so happy to see that, you don't even understand. Alright. Nope. Fires. Nuke it. I always select both sides, even though I know I don't have to, because I'm paranoid I will select the wrong side. If you've played this game long enough, I think it was like sometime last year, that they switched which side things were on. And it has mentally crippled those of us who have played the game that long ever since. Yep, they scoop. So how much could we attack for there? 6, 7, 8, 16. And then have Kenrith the following turn for the kill, even if they stabilize somehow. Too easy. We have fires. Let's go. Let's go. We need a blue source. That's about it. I usually like to keep Teferi in that spot because it draws another card anyway, but without the blue source, I think it's too risky. I'll be ready to use a giant on something if we decide to, although with Clarion in hand, that might not be a good play. Maybe we're just going to Bone Crush your face since we have Clarion. Okay, we drew the blue source. I'm going to put this out there, but hold on to the Clarion, which still might end up happening. We need another land to have Oketra into Kenrith. So we're going to be watching for a land in the next 2 draw steps, but we're moving okay. The opponent might punish me for this Bone Crusher if they have... No, Mayhem Devil. Alright. Sphinx. Nice. Let's send in the Bone Crusher Giant. I was going to say they might punish me for this if they had the card that can steal it, which I'm trying to remember what the name of it is. Claim the Firstborn. But they don't look like they're the Rakdos build. They look like the Jund build, which has been much more popular. And the Fires matchup is pretty good. They have Double Devil. Double Devil can be scary. But we can mess it up pretty good. And if we find the land here, yep. That is... This is too much. This is just too much. I mean, are you kidding right now? The opponent says I'm not even going to try to get out of this. Oh, Oketra. You are so great. It has fires, it has Sphinx. Easy mode. Now we're looking for 2 more lands and the 5 drops. They lead on Hollowed Fountain. It might be blue-white control. Which, don't think we want the Borrowers against. We'll just keep this land. If it is blue-white control, it's a very tough matchup. Our build is super mid-range. Okay, it looks like they are fires as well. At least that's what I think when I see Hollowed Fountain, Interplanar Beacon, and Shimmer of Possibility. I don't think it would change what I would keep. I don't think you keep Brazen Borrower on the chance you get to bounce fires, especially with Teferis. Oh, hi Teferi. I'm Teferi. No. Teferi's not sitting this one out. Lock it in. Lock it in.
Sorry I'm late. Oh, I've done the...
It's okay. None of us wanted to play on our opponent's turn anyway. This is Hearthstone. This isn't Magic. We don't need mana. That's obnoxious. And they find their fires. Alright. We're going to need to give them the hasty beatings. Which might be really hard to do if they bounce my fires. And I can't draw extra cards. Alright, well, we have to make them respect the Sphinx. Well, between these 2 cards, you just don't get to play any game. Let alone, like, not even Hearthstone would make this. Hearthstone knows that drawing a card is the best part of every turn. Drawing extra cards is the best thing that can happen to you. Not even Hearthstone would do this. Alright, what's the target? Teferi? Okay, good. Alright, land off the top, please. The opponent's gonna bounce this? Oh, rude. Land off the top, please. I still have my fires. Ugh. Oh, it makes me angry. All right. We're going to die on that missed land drop. We run 28 lands, and we're going to die on that missed land drop. I guarantee that's it.
I've got it.
Kaya's Wrath? Okay. Okay. They still didn't remove fires. They still didn't remove fires, you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, 14, 15 is what I can do. So if I can't kill the opponent, I should at least take out Narset. I should take out their planeswalkers. They're probably the Sarkhan version of the deck. What should I discard? Actually, should pay 2 life. We can't discard anything because of Narset, so we're discarding nothing. We're gonna pay this. Submit 0. Play this for 0. Use the red mana from Kenrith, because it doesn't matter the extra power and toughness that Cavalier would give if we're taking out planeswalkers. And now we have Kenrith's ability to draw a card held up, so we get to draw after we kill the Narset. Alright. And we can wait to do it. So our opponent is on Planeswalker Fae of Wishes Fires. Kind of a different look. Like, my Fae of Wishes build doesn't run Narset because I can't get Fae of Wishes with Narset. It seems like they're trying to... I said there were 3 different Fires decks. The Sarkhan Planeswalker version, the Fae of Wishes version, and the Cavalier version. And it looks like the opponent's trying to slam 2 of those versions into 1. Okay, that's 2 spells. That doesn't answer the whole board, though. Let's see what they target. Not only that... Ooh, okay. Not only that, Teferi can bounce that Prison Realm. And that's their 2 spells for the turn. They're in trouble now. Big trouble. They failed to wrath the board, and now they're going to suffer. I could scry first, but I think I want to ditch these lands to the Cavalier of Flame. This is an ETB, right? Yes.
Stand by and watch. Don't worry, I got it.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 6 is 11. I can play a Bone Crusher Giant. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I think I've got them. And that's game. Yep. Yes, yes, yes. Sphinx, Fire, Cav. Now we're just looking for something to go in between. Brazen Borrowers are really good. I don't think I would change a thing about this. Am I missing any colors? No. This keeps. Wouldn't change a thing. Mono red, perhaps? I guess I'll be ready with a Borrower Bounce. A Steamkin would be a prime brazen target. Red-white. Worthy Knight, okay. Get that out of here. Let's go ahead and shock here, and we can play our 3/1 Borrower and start attacking. Then next turn we play Sphinx and Fires of Invention. Worthy Knight returns. Is that it? Oh, they're missing a land. They're dead. Probably. Probably. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. That's going to be tough to overcome on 2 lands. Yeah, there's no overcoming it. You should try Hearthstone. Mana doesn't matter. Two Borrowers and a Cav. We can try to scry to a Fires. I think it's a keeper. I think it is. Come on, Fires. Tempting, because we can go Borrower, Borrower, Sphinx. And that's a pretty strong flying curve, and Cavalier. I'm actually going to keep it, whereas usually I always bottom the Sphinx. But here, I think we can try to play a tempo game. Okay, it's a good body against red too. I'm not going to be too upset. Although our lands are going to hurt us. Okay. Let's bounce your Spitter so I don't take any damage this turn. So I don't actually think I can aggro out this opponent, which means my best play is probably to bounce the Cavalcade or whatever their 3-drop is, and then play the Sphinx. So, yeah. Play this tapped and say go. That great tempo start I said I had, I don't think red cares. Red gives 0 cares. Alright. Full control. Resolve. Before you get that annoying little token. Let's just not. Alright. Now I start playing big bodies. Try to make life harder for the red mage. Well, they hit all their lands. They're playing good Hearthstone. Usually red has some problems with that. Maybe not today. Torbrand could be huge ouchies. Sure. Why not? I'm going to have to shock for this. But I think we just gotta play these big monsters. Try to find Kenrith the Returned King would probably be the hot sauce. Can we hold back? Do we hold back? I don't think so. If we hit the opponent here, aren't we just threatening lethal if we attack next turn? 8 plus 6 is 14. We wouldn't be threatening lethal on an attack next turn. Unless we had an untapped land. Alright. Yeah. We've got to put them in some kind of an abyss, right? We've got to lock them. Got to lock them down and make them suffer. Don't Torbrand me, though. My heart can't take it. Ain't ready for that. Oh yeah, we can threaten lethal next turn with Brazen Borrower. They'll have to block. Here they come. Huh? Ooh, just you? No? No? Maybe? Yes? $13. Weird. Okay. Second Sphinx is not it. Clarion would be nice. I gotta deal with this. So they wanted to trick me into blocking with that Cav. I mean, I was really just gonna block with it no matter what. Do I have time for another Cav? Yeah, I might need it. Teferi, you're late. So do I need both blockers here? Yeah, I do. We're gonna take 1, 2, 3. So that's 9. So I'm dead to a burn spell? I'm dead. I'm just dead. Hate my... I'm just dead. No, I'm not. Because they didn't attack with everything. Oh. Of course. How could I forget? They always have. Well, we have the Clarion. We still don't have a Fires. But I'll try to get it. I think we gotta try. It's a good hand, for the most part. It can play Magic. Kind of this bad mid-range Magic, but it plays Magic. But I don't want to finish this event going like 3 straight games without Fires, and that's why we lost. Nope, you're not Fires. Witch's Oven. What a wretched card. Rakdos, Priest. Okay. It's good Deafening Clarion targets in this deck. We can go Temple. You're not Fires. I wonder if I'm supposed to keep that land because it scries, though. We need another land anyway at some point. Play Mayhem Devil for me? Opponent skipping through combat, maybe to see if I have a shock. Okay. I guess we'll fire up a Clarion. You get a food. Would you like to eat it? You have the mana to eat your food if you like. Would you like to? Maybe. So this is a deck that runs, Rakdos Sacrifice runs Claim the Firstborn. So we have to be careful about when we leave our Borrower on the field for them to steal. Same with Bonecrusher Giant. That, though, is really obnoxious. Like, very, very obnoxious. I don't have great answers to it other than to attack it down with hasty creatures, which I can't play without Fires. On the bright side, it's not the quickest clock. It's 2 damage a turn. You don't have to panic. If I play a Teferi here, I can bounce a food to draw a card. It's not particularly great. Brazen Borrower can bounce the Chandra if the opponent tries to team it up with a Mayhem Devil, or bounce, which I guess would be pretty good. Yeah, I think we take it nice and slow here. Just find a Borrower target this turn. And we'll see if our opponent can see a way to make it awkward for our Borrower. They activate Chandra, okay.
They're so cute.
Attack for 2, yep. They might just get back and play Gutter Bones, in which case we can bounce the Gutter Bones. Yep, Oven a token. We could also bounce the... We could bounce the Chandra. That costs more mana to replay next turn than the Gutter Bones does, but it doesn't prevent damage, because the Gutter Bones has to come into play tapped before it can attack. And with the Oven tapped, we don't have to worry about losing our Borrower to the Oven. Sphinx is a good one. The opponent would have to kill that. I don't like running out Kenrith. So yeah, let's drop the Sphinx. It's also too big for Claim the Firstborn. And it can threaten the Chandra, which has been very obnoxious. Next turn, Kenrith can have haste to probably kill Chandra. Opponent might eat some food? No? Upkeep stop. Interesting. Yeah, if they have Claim the Firstborn as their last card, this is too big for it. If they have a Murderous Rider, they can kill this with a Murderous Rider, but then Kenrith gets to do his work. Gets to be very king-like.
We can do this together.
So Chandra grows. That means the opponent isn't going to be answering the Sphinx. They're sacrificing Fabled Passage now. They might be activating the castle? Let's see. Okay, my turn. Good. Don't need another land. Thank you, though. This is for all the marbles. This is our 7th win or our 3rd loss on the line. We wouldn't want to mess it up. Activating the passage here is de-scrying the deck, as in these get shuffled back in. It's not actually thinning, but I don't want to take the 2 damage. Could definitely matter. And what land do we need? I don't think it matters. Blue, 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 red, 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 white. I guess white is the lowest count. I guess there's definitely a world where we need quad blue, though, for like 2 Brazen Borrowers or something like that. Here we go. Haste it up. Please don't have a Murderous Rider. I don't think these decks often play it, which is why I'm being so aggressive. Most of the lists I see have Angrath's Rampage. It synergizes with Mayhem Devil and hits Witch's Oven. Yeah, the removal suite I've seen in this Rakdos deck for the last month has been Bonecrusher Giant, Claim the Firstborn, and Angrath's Rampage. And that's why I'm not playing around Murderous Rider here. Making him have it. Making him answer the king. And that's game. Show us those sweet, sweet 7-win rewards. I hope that you enjoyed this video with Jeskai Fires, and I hope that at least when she showed up, I hope that you liked the way that God-Eternal Oketra played in the deck. I really do enjoy the games with her. Like I said, there are many different versions of Fires. Maybe I'll make some videos to showcase the differences in the other variants. This one's much more of a mid-range beatdown plan. You saw that play out with and without Fires of Invention, and you saw God-Eternal Oketra smash some cool games. So, good video. Was very much fun. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.